Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Chadwick Boseman, his recent life exit, how he chose to keep his medical condition of colon cancer private, and what that means in American politics today. All right, so I'm really fascinated by this. This is an absolutely massive political event. Chadwick Boseman's life exit is, without a doubt, a political event, an American political event. Why do I say that? Well, and I got that's a bold statement. I better back that up with some facts, right? Well, we're in the middle of BLM, right? We're in BLM summer, and actually we're going into BLM fall, right? Kenosha, we're in BLM fall now, right? We're in BLM H2, right? In the business world, they'll say H1, that means the first half of the year, and H2, the second half of the year. So the best way to describe it is BLM H2 2020, right? Like we are in it, right? Like BLM is being discussed massively throughout the nation, right? And there's discussion going on right now around Kenosha, and frankly, Kenosha, in my opinion, is going to have an absolutely massive impact on the 2020 presidential general election, right? It's arguable that Kenosha could decide the 2020 general election. So if you think that the passing of Black Panther in BLM H2 2020 isn't a political event, you ain't paying attention. It is a massively political event, right? So one, everyone who believes Black Lives Matter, I believe Black Lives Matter, is going to be impacted emotionally, intellectually, and if you're fortunate enough to worship a sacred being, spiritually, right? You're going to be impacted. You're going to be hit like a comet, right? When Black Panther, the most iconic black superhero that's ever existed, dies, right? Like and Chadwick Boseman was Black Panther, right? It was $1 billion film, the only $1 billion movie to feature a black superhero, right? It made history, right? And it was incredibly political. And the reason why is, black power and people having power in America, black people having and retaining and growing power in America, that is attached to symbols, American symbols. And one of those symbols is Black Panther, right? Black Panther has some Ta-Nehisi Coates, some incredibly powerful black minds and black authors and black artists who have built up this symbol. And trust and believe, superheroes are part of our politics now, right? There's no two ways about this. So the life exit of Chadwick Boseman was an incredibly political event, and it will impact our politics, okay? So let's talk about this really fascinating choice that Chadwick Boseman made about his medical condition. So Chadwick Boseman had a medical condition, it was reported, of colon cancer, okay? And he kept a secret, right? And if you, I'm not saying that, 1,000+ news sources have already said that, right? And so basically, according to 1,000+ news sources, he kept a secret, right? So what exactly does that mean, right? Because it means something specific. So here's what it means. It's really fascinating. Okay. So one, was he right? Did he have a right to keep his medical condition private? That is a very valid question in my opinion. Okay. I think the answer is yes. Right. Now the moment we get there, right, it brings up a host of other questions. If Chadwick Boseman had a right to keep his medical condition private, why do a whole bunch of Americans not have the same right? So right now, if you got coronavirus, snatch, give me that phone, contact tracing. We're going to go talk to everybody on your phone. Oh, and guess what? We're going to get all your data off your phone. Massive invasion of privacy. And we're going to go talk to all these people and tell them you have this horrible horrible disease that nobody wants. Maybe it's not a disease, whatever it is. So this horrible medical condition that nobody wants, that's going to make you look pretty much like a New Testament leper, right? Like, and tell them all that you had this thing, and then and just crater your life because you have this medical condition. Interesting. So, Chadwick Boseman, everyone celebrates his right to keep that medical condition private. Millions of Americans who have coronavirus, they're like, hey, you know what? I don't want my life blown up. Can we maybe not tell people I have coronavirus? And Americans are like, no, you don't have a right to privacy. Absolutely not, right? Like, give us that phone. We're going to take all your privacy away. What's the difference, right? I hear you. You're like, oh, one's infectious and one isn't. People are people, right? Like, if one person is a person, if these two people are here and the right to privacy is in the Constitution, and we have massive, massive rights that are connected to privacy, 1974, right? Don't get it twisted, right? Then why are suddenly like, oh wait, so this person does have a right to privacy about their medical condition, but these people don't? It's a good question. I'm not sure I'm sold on the fact that people getting coronavirus means that you could snatch away their privacy. I support Chadwick Boseman's right to keep his medical condition private, right? And I'm not so happy to hear that if somebody gets a different medical condition, because of the basis of what their medical condition is, now their privacy could be totally invaded. I'm not down with that. I don't sign off on that at all, right? I think that everybody should have the rights that Chadwick Boseman enjoyed. Right? Like, if you have a medical condition, keep that private, right? Like, I don't see why anybody's medical condition should be somebody else's business, right? And now, I don't want this thing spreading, right? I don't want it. So we would have to build systems where people would be able to get the care they need for coronavirus and to keep their privacy, right? It'll be hard. This is America. We do hard things all the time, right? So I really don't like that, one medical condition, we celebrate you enjoying your privacy for your medical condition, and then you get a different medical condition, and we're going to snatch that privacy right away. That seems incredibly arbitrary to me. Now, we're talking about a complicated subject, right? I invite correction. Am I wrong? Let me know. You know what? I know I might be far out on the branch on this one, right? But this is just me using my logic and saying what I believe. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm more than willing to hear you. Hit me in the comments below, or do a response video, right? This could be, significant enough that maybe you need to educate me through a response video. Wait, let me re-say that. I would invite you to educate me through a response video. I really am dedicated to learning and learning and having the best information possible, right? And to hearing anybody who will talk to me in a civil way. So if I'm wrong here, I invite correction. But I truly believe Chadwick Boseman was right. He had the right, right, to his privacy. And I think everybody has that right. If Black Panther has the right to privacy, how come, Joe Blow over here doesn't have the right? It seems arbitrary. And I didn't even think about it until I saw it happen, right? Like, and here we are, right? We learn lessons from the choices of Black Panther, right? So, the other thing that I think this clearly, I feel like I'm going to celebrate my rightness from back in the day, right? I said before it was a mistake to be asking presidents for their medical records, right? So we're all celebrating. So Black Panther's like, I got colon cancer. Privacy right. Ain't nobody know for 4 years. And threw a huge monkey wrench into, threw a huge, tool into the gears of this machine, which is the Marvel MCU, right? We don't know what we're going to do for Black Panther 2 now, right? But privacy for me, but the presidents, they don't get a right to medical privacy. It's outrageous. Boseman was right. Everybody got a right to medical privacy, including presidents. So let's stop this nonsense, especially on the Democrat side. The good guys, the Democrats, right? No Democrat in the world should be saying, hey, you want to run for president? Let's see them medical records. No. We celebrated Black Panther's right to privacy, and we should celebrate everybody who wants to run for presidency, their right to privacy on their medical records as well. All that is my opinion. What do you think? Do you think that there are things... Do you think that Chadwick Boseman had a right to privacy for his medical condition, but there are attributes or parameters that make it so that other people don't? What are those attributes and parameters? You know, to me, just because you got a different condition, that doesn't strip your humanity away. That doesn't strip your constitutional right to privacy away. Let me know what you think. I feel very clear that everybody should have the same rights as Black Panther in America, right? Black Panther's an American superhero. He's got them American rights. That's the way it should be, right? That's my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing and have a wonderful millennium.